So Sasha, congrats so much on Twisters. I really enjoyed the film, and I love hearing about prep. And I know it's not always necessary, but like, did you learn to actually operate some drones? How was it kind of looking into that aspect of the character?
Well, yeah, because I kind of wanted to semi know what I was doing at least. So I was like, I started Googling how to operate drones and like, even like, okay, this is up, down, like right, whatever. How much do they actually like? Is it a big like we're game controller vibes, or is it very subtle? So I kind of got into like the downward spiral of the YouTube and the props on set, like they were in the location guys, they were really good at also tapping in and helping me out. And the guy who actually flew, oh, I wish I remembered his name, Alex, who actually flew my drone. I would like watch him and ask him questions and stuff. Now it's super neat to me now. I used to be terrified of them, but I think it's really sick what you can do with a drone. I think it's great.
Yeah, and you have such a fun role in this film. What do you like most about being this really fun sidekick? You get to show a lot of character with Lily.
I think just that. There's nothing better than kind of stripping away the seriousness of something and just kind of being able to find your own element within it. Um, it I knew I had a purpose. I did what I did, and it it's just nice not having to even worry about like my twang coming out if I get excited or kind of spacing out somewhere or whatever. It's just, you just kind of get to be more present. And that was really a nice change.
Yeah, and then there's such a fun group that you get to interact with Glenn, Brandon, Tunde. Like that's such a awesome group of people. So how is it kind of just bonding with them, especially when you're doing these shots in the car, which there's not a lot of space there. You're kind of just stuck together.
That is the best way to bond some people in a limited amount of time very quickly is to put them in a hot vehicle. It is you because it's just you start to lose your mind a little bit with the hours, the heat, the just repeating of lines, the fact that we're screaming into the void, trying to envision there being a tornado going from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock back to 11 o'clock, and you're like, what is going on? So it was just fun. I'm really into that kind of version of forced bonding because that's the only way I'll hang out is just like we can't really go anywhere, and only where you can go is right out in the dirt road. So it was cool. It was easy. It was fun. Like those guys were great to be in. Harry, like all of them were great.
Yeah, and that bond really shows through in the film too. You all seem like a group that's been together for a long time, so it really worked. And I was so curious about the scenes in the truck, in the driving scenes, because they look incredible. But when you're actually filming, how much of that are you actually riding around, or is it mostly just stationary? What's the movie magic there?
In terms of, well, no, I feel like we really were doing essentially everything they were doing. Glenn drove a lot. I got to drive my van because I was begging. Sometimes we had someone on top driving us, but we were still going through those all the roads. They were shoveling ice cubes at us, throwing sticks at the car. It was actually raining sometimes, and then they were putting the big fans and stuff, and we are trying to get from seat to seat. So we pretty much was what you had there is what we had going on, and just a lot of screaming and yelling and trying to be hype, which I'm not really that hype of a person. So that was hilarious, trying to make me be like, you're excited. I'm like, woo. So I had to really amplify myself there.
Yeah, that makes it even cooler that you were all really moving and such, and you got to share a lot of scenes with Glenn, and just seeing his interviews, he seems to be, obviously he's very charismatic, but he seems to really care about the process too, and he takes it very seriously. So, what kind of stood out about him as a scene partner?
He's very confident, but like calm and just he makes it all look kind of just with effort, but effortless. You know what I mean? It's like you know that he cares. It's not like he's just like, it's fine. He has a lot of care in him, but he also just has such a relaxed energy that it just puts you at ease. You don't feel it doesn't feel super intense or like he's trying to prove something. It just feels like he really genuinely wants it to be there and he wants it to be the best and he wants everyone to actually feel comfortable and good and solid just like he wants himself to feel solid. So it's just I genuinely think he's a great guy and a great actor. So it makes me really excited for everything that's happening for him.
And this isn't a remake, but I was just curious what your relationship was with the original Twister. Did you see that growing up? Were you a fan?
Yeah, I loved it. I used to watch it all the time. I absolutely loved that film. So this is great to be a part of kind of our own standalone version um, in the times that we're in now. So it just feels like the best of both worlds growing up with that film and then getting to be a part of a new generational twisters, essentially.
And I apologize for putting you on the spot, but it's the big hot debate. Twister ends with a kiss. Twisters did not end with a kiss. Where do you where do you fall in the debate?
I love that it didn't end with the kiss. I think that was the perfect decision. I'm team
That's
no kiss.
it.
I think that's
Team
my
no
number
kiss.
one team.
And I absolutely loved your performance in How to Blow Up a Pipeline, and that was one of my favorite films last year. And I wish more people saw that wonderful movie. So I would love to just let you pitch to everybody checking out Twisters why they should check that out because it's such a wonderful film, and there's like some shared DNA of ecological, and science and such going on. So I'd love to hear you talk about that.
I think I loved doing How to Blow Up a Pipeline. I think it was a pretty gnarly experience, but I think um, we had this own internal pressure behind it because of what we were doing, and we had to, there really was a big message a part of it. But I think How to Blow Up a Pipeline, like Twisters, you kind of sometimes you have this you need like a big stake thing, you need the explosions, you need a heist, you need gnarly tornadoes and fun car rides and all of that to really then hone people into like a deeper message. And I think that's what I liked about both of them. And I think Pipeline kind of gave people this level of like, oh, like this is some weird heist, kind of save the world kind of thing, but like whatever, we'll check it out. And I think once you tap in, you really start to go a bit deeper into everything. So I'm the worst at explaining films and why you should watch them, but I just think it hits. They both hit, and yeah. Now you can
I, I
watch.
I think you're far from the worst. That was a wonderful sell on it, and thank you so much for your t time today. And congrats on Twisters. The film's so much fun, and you have a lot to be proud of. So thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.